Hey everybody, welcome back to Fast Food and Barbecue. Today we're making Zeppolis. If you don't know what a Zeppoli is, it's pretty much an Italian donut. It's found all over New York. I've never seen it in Florida. It's in any pizza place, any San Gennaro festival, whatever. So, never seen it here, so we're gonna make it. So, what I did was, off camera, I have 1 cup of water and a teaspoon of dry active yeast. So to that, I'm gonna add some sugar to it. Give the yeast something to eat. And we're gonna let this bloom. Probably about 10-15 minutes or so. And the way to tell you if your yeast is alive, it'll start bubbling. So we'll let that go for about 10 minutes. Now the restaurant ingredients, we have a cup of flour here, a tablespoon of olive oil, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to add our salt to the flour. We mix it up a little. Like that. And to that we're going to add a couple of olive oil. This is going to help these things be nice, light, and airy. Do that. I'm going to mix it around, and then we're just going to wait for this yeast to bloom. And after that, we'll be back. All right. So after letting our yeast sit for about 10 minutes or so, our yeast is alive. I don't know if you can see it. It's foamy. It's nice. That's what you want. It means it's still alive. If the water's too hot, you're going to kill the yeast. If it's cold, it's not going to activate, but we got it right. So let's pour this in here, and then we're going to mix it around. I'm using a rubber spatula. I was going to use my stand mixer, but honestly, I didn't feel like pulling it out and washing more dishes. But that's right, because rubber spatula is going to make it nice and easier. You get all this off the sides. Get it mixed all good. It smells yeasty, so that's good. We get all this flour, everything off the side here. Good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is mix this a little more. Actually, a lot. Kind of want to knead it. So I'm going to get some gloves on, I think, and we're going to knead it. Alright, I got some gloves on, so I'm going to get this off of here. I'm going to knead it by hand. Now it is sticky right now, but we're going to be adding some more flour to it. And Zeppolis, you kind of want it a little sticky. Trust me, it's going to be great. Okay, I think we're good. So what we're going to do is get this off my fingers here. Okay. That. Yeah. Get everything off the side here, and that's it. All right, now that our flour is all mixed up, I'm going to get this thing covered. Zeppoli mixture. I'm going to get this thing covered. Get really tight on the outsides. We don't want any air in here. Throw minimal air. Put that aside. I hate plastic wrap. It's such a pain. All right. I'm going to add a couple more. Like that. Try to get it sealed as much as we can around the edges here. And then with that, I'm going to add a damp rag over the top. Just like that. Now, I'm going to keep this outside because the warmer the better. It's 84 degrees out here, and in the house it's like 76, 77 because of the air conditioner. So we're going to let this sit out here for about an hour, hour and a half, and we'll check back. All right, while we're waiting for our dough to rise, let's do a little quick recap on the ingredients, because I honestly don't remember if I screwed up and told you all of them earlier. So we got 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of active dry yeast, and 1 cup of warm water and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see you in an hour and see how this looks. Alright, so it's been a few hours. I gave my dough a second rise. Basically, long story short, first rise, you know, the yeast basically creates gas bubbles, what makes it rise. But the second rise, it gives the dough a little more flavor and texture, a little more chew. It creates air pockets, which you kind of want in a donut. And it also makes the dough a little more elastic. So I have our oil heating up, low. We only want it about 300 degrees. Because we're just looking for a nice, nice golden brown. Alright, I think our oil is about ready. I put a piece of dough in here and it's looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take little pieces out by hand and just put them in there. Just like that. Like I said, you don't want this oil too hot. And just get some more in there. Get them going. We don't want these things too hot. Or we're just looking for light golden brown. Okay. Oh yeah. And I don't want to put too much so I don't overflow my pan. Maybe one more. We'll just go for a few minutes. And looking good. So we're gonna let these go for a few minutes and then we'll be back. Alright, so these things have been going for a few minutes. They're looking beautiful. Look how puffy they are. Now we're gonna flip them. That's what we want. We want a nice little golden brown. We don't want them too dark. And looking great. Sometimes they'll fight you. That's alright. These are going. They're looking beautiful. We'll let these go a few more minutes. Oh yeah. We're going to go a few more minutes and then we'll add the next batch. Alright, so these are looking beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to get these on a wire rack right here. And then pretty much we'll go on, we'll get the rest of them and get them done, and then we'll move on to the next step. But looking beautiful. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, now the Zeppolis are done, we're going to put some powdered sugar on these things. Normally, if you go to like a New York pizza place or a fair or a San Gennaro feast, they'll put the powdered sugar on them and put them in a paper bag and just shake them. But I don't have any paper bags, so we're just going to do this. Just like that. I'm going to turn them over. Oh, I missed that one. Turn them over. Do the same thing. And these things are amazing hot. Some came out a little more crispier, but they're gonna be great. That's it. Ton of powdered sugar. And that's it. There you have it. Zeppolis. Thanks for watching, and I hope you try this video and enjoy it. We'll see you soon.